Peace and blessings. This is part three. So we talking about that movie that just came out, Denzel, and we was talking about the strategy of how they overcame the system that was trying to establish itself in this little town, and they had you know twice as many men as Denzel had. He had the Magnificent Seven, and plus a few more. And the opposition had maybe 200 or 300 men plus a Gatling gun. Now, when they came into the town ready to go to war and do battle, Denzel and them, the strategy that they used, which I want you to pay most close attention to, is that strategy that Denzel and them have formulated, which they would have won if it weren't for that Gatling gun, whatever you call it. And the first of the machine guns, that could shoot rapid fire with hundreds of rounds in so many minutes or seconds. So, but they overcame that little hiccup, that Gatling gun. All they had to do was knock out the one operating the Gatling gun. See, that's when you have plan A, B, and C, which I've been speaking of in previous videos. You got to have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. So you got to go underground and strategize, because what you have to do is anticipate the enemy's attack. Just like this, I always, speak on these chess men, and you got to anticipate what they're going to do. Now, they didn't anticipate that Gatling gun. I'm talking about Denzel. They didn't anticipate that Gatling gun. So they improvised. Now, improvisation is another strategy. Sometimes you might have to go past A, B, and C, plan A, plan B, and plan C. And then the plan D must be improvising. You got to work with what you got, So that's one thing about I wouldn't say the Caucasian, because all Caucasians are involved in this world system, but they go along with it. See, right now they're trying to preserve America the way it was when, they go back. You got to go back. You talking about the way it was. How did you build America? Where did you get your wealth from? Well, you got it off the backs. First of all, you came in, you took land from the Indians. You tricked them, got them to believe that you were peaceful. And steadily, surely but surely, you tricked them and put them on a little small parcel of land. Took all their land. After they showed you how to survive in this land, then you had the slaves, what you call slaves, but I say prisoners of war. It was something. This is a name we can't even come up with what those brothers and sisters was back then. Slave is it's too. Slave ain't describing the whole thing. Well, it was a part of slavery, but when you say slave, you be thinking of like, something debt slave or something, or You know, every time you did conquer people, they were slaves. You made them into slaves. But this was a little different. You took away their culture, their language, because, you know, I'm a part of that history, my ancestors, our culture, language, our God. In other words, you just took away our minds, our very soul almost. If we would have surrendered our soul entirely to you, we wouldn't be here today probably, and the universe would probably be dissolved or something. Because it's because of us that the universe is still in existence. You know, the universe recognized it had a cancer in it, so it produced the cancer to walk among us, so we could find a remedy to dissolve this cancer and get rid of it. And that's what the process we're into now. So, how the cancer works, it goes and in disguise and pretends like it's one part of your system. Then it shuts down your system and develops its own system until it destroys you. Now, when it destroys you, it ceases to exist. You know, because it lives off of you, the cancer. So when it kills you, it kills itself. You see? Cancer is the Caucasian. Some of them don't realize that they are the cancer. But it's the salvation in it for even them. And the salvation for them is to think in terms of righteousness, truth, justice, and, you know, building a different system. And then we'll let them live because they no longer need to live off of us. They can stand on their own. But eventually they might die because they don't have what we have. They don't have the total truth in them. The truth of the universe. We are the universe. So by them coming from us, you know, we produced them and the universe produced us. They have part of the universe in them because we have the universe in us. But they also have a illusion in them because they're not the real. They're like a clone, like, you know, genetically grafted, you know. But it's a whole lot of grafted fruits and vegetables and animals that's among us now, you know, grafted from the original. And they would have a chance to live, you know, if they would bow down to the Most High. And if we don't bow down to the Most High, to the universe, you know, whatever you want to call it, a lot of people don't want to use that term God because God is a limited term. A lot of people don't want to, in the way people see God as somebody in the sky looking down. No, God only means power and force, but Allah means the all in all that there is, all in all. And this is what produced or created the black man, the original man. And we're straight from our father and mother, you know, because Allah has both male and female. This is the law of Allah, male and female, you know. And Allah can't go outside of his own law. You know? So, check out this brother. Check out this brother, Born Mastermind Allah. Go to YouTube, check him out. That brother breaks it down. I like him. And then check out this brother, Wesley Muhammad. And he gives an accurate account of history. You know, and he has word meanings, and he goes all the way back to, you see, in the Nation of Islam, we could go back further than Egypt with our history, you know. So anyway, time is running short. We're gonna come back with a final installment of this, and getting back to the Magnificent Seven. They finally win and get their revenge. But the key thing I want you to understand is the strategy that the Magnificent Seven used to conquer or to destroy the power structure. And that's what you're not concentrating on, brothers and sisters. You're wrapped up in this political system. The political system know, or this system, this world that we're living in, including Hillary and Donald Trump, we're talking about the good cop and the bad cop role. Donald Trump is the bad cop. Hillary Clinton is the good cop. You know, she knows how to play you. They know how to play you like a violin. That's why I got that concert music on in the back. You know, that concert music is deception. You know, y'all think it's square. Y'all think it's an L7. But concert music is intelligently, mathematically accurate. That's why it's been around for centuries. You know, Mozart and all them cats, man, they've been around for centuries. And when Minister Louis Farrakhan started playing symphonic music, he was illustrating perfection. You know, our jazz is some kin to symphonic music, but y'all ain't hip to that. Y'all think y'all hippity-dippity and whatever, cooler than the old school. Y'all not cooler than the old school, because everything is based on old school. You know, like Mr. Farrakhan say, that old-time religion. So study that strategy, you know, instead of getting all wrapped up, because that's a deterrent. In other words, that's what all this media hype that they're getting and stuff like that. That's all y'all can talk about. Y'all got the political fever. It's a distraction from what really is happening. Don't forget about Bush and that lie he told. You know, and don't forget about Gaddafi. Hillary Clinton was instrument into that. Study up on Gaddafi, study up on Iraq, study up on Afghanistan and Iran. I'm going to come back with some more of this. Peace.